Hello and welcome to the All Out Attack podcast. I'm joined with Michael, Zach, Aidan, Siraj, and Zakariya today. So, first of all, I thought we'd speak about some FA Cup predictions. So, should we start with what Man United Liverpool?
Yeah. United Liverpool big derby, I guess. We just played them last week. Ooh, last week we played them with a full strength team. This week, I think Ollie's gonna go with like a rotated team, so we might see him like Dan James in the team.
Do you reckon?
I can see
Yeah,
Ole going for it.
I
yeah,
think
I
he'll
can
go
see him
for it.
going for it this
yeah.
weekend.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know
the
Dan,
thinker
Dan
man.
James actually, but like
Have you
he'll take
seen
like what?
Salah's just started on the bench, so you never know. Klopp could be
Mm.
resting him.
Hey, yeah, he is, I think.
Yeah,
Like because
and Firmino.
Ollie yesterday
Mm.
rested McTominay, he rested Rashford, and he rested Lindelof. And
Mm.
so like yesterday, like he rested three players. So like you could tell he's gonna go with a sort of mixed squad again against Liverpool. So you might see Tellez in the squad instead of Shaw.
Yeah.
Maguire will
Shaw
play
had
with
an
Lindelof.
amazing game last time
Shaw was
as well.
Shaw's
insane.
quality,
Sure,
He
our
quality.
played
team of the
brilliant.
week.
Yeah.
I'll bring him to the Euros. I
Yeah,
would bring him to the Euros.
Yeah,
First
That's a
I'd
shame.
back
I
that.
can't. Yeah, I'd say him and probably Chilwell are the only good left backs at the minute for England.
Yeah.
yeah.
Saka,
So,
it depends if you class him
yeah,
as a left
true,
back.
true.
I would play Saka more in midfield, like on the wing or something like.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
depends. If we play a back five, he's our best left wing back.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
the thing
100%.
about Saka, he's versatile. He can
Yeah,
play in
he's
the
very
left
good.
back role. He can play in up. He can play on the wing. So that's probably the
Yeah,
edge he has over Luke
he's
Shaw.
quite quick.
Yeah,
He's got good
true.
dribbling.
He's definitely
Mhm.
someone we need in our team at the Euros. Whether he's just
Yeah,
like somebody who comes in off the bench because
yeah.
he'll
Yeah,
make
a
an
bit of an
impact.
injection of pace.
But
Mm.
I think Luke Shaw, defensively is very strong compared to a lot of left backs, and
Mm.
but like this season, if you've seen the games, even with the attacking element, like he's actually doing quite well. Like he's getting past defenders, he's getting the ball into the box, and he's putting some great crosses that have got us goals. So
It's
you
the
know,
best he's played since he moved
yeah,
from Southampton.
yeah, and it's because of Tellez being there. Like it's the
Mm.
competition.
Yeah, Tellez has come in and Shaw's thought oh shit, I've got to up my game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Mm.
yeah,
Definitely.
I agree.
Since Taylor's come in, I've never seen him put a cross in as well as he is right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I agree. I
It's,
agree
it's
with that.
and that's what Wan-Bissaka needs at our club as well. He's a good player like on his day, but like he just doesn't have the motivation because there's no one there. Like Brandon Williams isn't gonna take his spot because he's too young.
Yeah, and he's not a
Yeah.
right back. He's a left back.
Yeah,
isn't
he's a left back originally. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And Dallow's on loan to AC Milan, so you're missing
Yeah,
that depth.
and
Fossey
And
that
has obviously gone to
even if he was back,
Leverkusen.
he wouldn't be playing games.
yeah,
And
Solskjaer does not rate Dallo whatsoever.
Yeah, he
exactly.
no,
doesn't rate him. He doesn't
Yeah,
rate
I
him.
remember back when we had Ashley Young playing right back. Everyone was saying play Dallo, play Dallo.
Yeah,
Dallo
he
just
doesn't
got
rate
one
him. He
game.
doesn't rate him. Zach's right.
Yeah,
no.
Zach, I just want to ask your opinion on the United game. I know you're excited about this. You love this stuff. Yeah. What are your
Straight up,
thoughts?
man. 2-0 United, straight up.
He's
2-0.
always
2-0
like that.
United.
Very, very
Brave shout.
confident.
It's a brave
I
That's
shout.
a
rated
big. That's a big shout.
I rate
Zach,
the
you got
ambition.
balls, mate. If we lose, oh my god.
Nah, we
Now,
won't lose yet. I'm saying this. I think Cavani's going to get one. Pogba is
Oh
playing
yeah,
like absolute fire
Pogba,
right now, man.
Pogba's one of the best players in the
I can
Prem
see
right
Liverpool
now.
scoring.
yeah. Pogba's on fire. Yeah,
Nah, I
Yeah,
don't think
I can
Liverpool
see
will score,
Liverpool
to be honest.
scoring.
Nah.
If
I
Mane
was
and
saying the
Salah
way they're
play,
playing, honestly, like they seem to have no like rhythm up top without Henderson and Fabinho playing CDM.
yeah,
True.
you're right.
true.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
no,
I
you
can
got a
see
think
point.
we,
It's
Cavani
like,
scoring though.
to be
if we play
fair,
the right
though,
midfield, though, I think we'll
Mm.
beat them.
I've got to hand it to them. Fabinho and Henderson both had banging games against United, considering they're playing out of position.
Fabinho, for me, as centre back, I'm so surprised how well he's
Yeah,
doing. To be
he's
honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
played excellent.
But Matip, if you've seen the squad for today, Matip's back in the team, so that's an advantage for Liverpool that Henderson doesn't need to
They'll,
play in defence. That they've got is one decent centre back. I'm not saying Fabinho isn't, but like he's obviously a midfielder originally. So
Yeah,
they've got one that's not out of position.
and you'll have Henderson back in midfield, obviously, and he's
Yeah.
what you need to get Liverpool going. Doing well on the attack because of
Yeah.
that passion he's got, and he's
Yeah.
good at telling players where to go and like what
He's
to
a
do in that
captain, isn't it?
scenario.
He's got
Yeah.
that leadership of quality about him. It's kind
yeah,
of
I
like
agree.
what like Bruno has at our club, and I think
Typical United fan, bringing everything back to Bruyne.
How can we not, man? We wouldn't be where we were without him.
Nah, I agree.
No, he's quality
Class
player.
player,
He's
class
quality.
He is like the Cantona for United for this like new like age of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
Man
I
United.
agree. I agree.
It's just like with United, what like I said the other day, how Solskjaer, the player management, like the heads don't drop, we make comebacks, kind of similar to the Fergie, like it's not on that same level, but it's like it's more reminiscent of a better time for us.
He's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better than Van Gaal,
Yeah.
Moyes. Like the previous managers that you've had in between
Yeah.
him and Ferguson.
I feel like also he's gone under the radar for how good is actually doing at Man United.
Yeah.
They've not lost away in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best. I don't know. I feel like he's probably people
Player
were saying
manager.
Lampard. Were rating Lampard higher than him, but he's for what he's done for United, getting them joint top of the league, and at this point in the season, a really good achievement.
Yeah, exactly.
Lampard is the biggest fraud I've seen. 200 million. The guy is sitting like 8th or 9th in the league, man. It's so stupid.
Apparently, Chelsea are after Haaland as well to try and
they
boost
want
the
to
squad now.
No chance.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
chance.
They're willing to
Yeah.
spend like.
They'll ruin him.
Yeah, Frank was not playing him in
He's a
CDM.
daddy's credit card manager.
Yeah.
He's a
Nah,
daddy's credit card manager.
Yeah.
Can I buy some FIFA points, please? That's literally
Yeah.
Lampard. I swear.
Daddy
down.
Abramovich, can I have some money, please?
Literally.
Yeah, all right. Don't waste it. Oh, too late.
He spent
Yeah.
72 million on a pub team keeper. Could have got that for free. Literally could have got that for free in like the lockdown.
That was sorry.
Back to United Liverpool. Who do you think needs it more though? United Liverpool. Who wants to win this game more?
I think
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Who needs it? Klopp
need
or
to
Solskjaer?
keep the season around.
Liverpool want it
Liverpool
more. They
need
need
to
to prove a
keep the
point.
season around because there's no other competitors. Really, I can't see anyone competing with Manchester City at the minute.
Yeah.
And the only other
No,
team
I
that
think-
realistically would is Liverpool. And I feel like this will be like a massive confidence boost if they do beat United.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
One thing I don't want to cut you guys off, but one thing I want to say is that I just saw today apparently De Bruyne is out until February 7th. So
I've
that's
seen
a
that
big
as well.
blow. That's a big blow.
That is a
That is a
big,
blow.
big blow. He is literally their
It's
heart
only
of their team.
Well,
Yeah.
it'd be 3 weeks. I feel like when Man City I think they've got a fairly shaky, well, not shaky, sorry, fairly difficult run of games coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So he should be back for around that period of time, I reckon.
But
Yeah.
But
the thing is, I think City will obviously they can't fill the gap that De Bruyne leaves,
Yeah.
but they have got like backups. So what they've got,
They've got
they
depth.
play Foden in that role.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
couldn't.
That's what I was. That was what I was
Bernardo
thinking.
Silva, Mahrez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've got creativity in the team.
yeah, definitely.
Aguero's obviously out through COVID now,
Yeah.
even though he's been injured for a while. But when he comes back and he's like firing, I can't see Man City. As long as Stones and Ruben Diaz stay fit, they're probably one of the best teams in the league.
They are the
Diaz,
best
to be
team in the
honest.
league.
They are,
right
yeah,
now.
they are the best team in the league.
Diaz. Oh man, that guy. Something else.
But
He's so
Could you-
mature as well. For like
could you
23.
allow-
Yeah.
Would we say that potentially Liverpool and City could both potentially do the double this season?
yeah, they could definitely.
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
We
I
could do the
think-
treble.
I think City could do
Europa
the
League,
treble.
mate.
Like they won't, but they could. If you
Mm.
know what I mean? Like
I think
they've got
Pep
the
wants the
potential
treble.
to do it.
Pep does want a treble.
Oh,
Oh,
Pep
my
needs a treble. For him to go down as a success at Man City, he needs to win the treble. The Champions League, obviously, being the operative. Because like he's won the
mean-
domestic treble.
I'm
Treble.
feeling
loads.
they're going to win the Champions League this year. Them
Yeah.
or Juventus. I've got a weird feeling
Yeah.
about those two clubs.
I think.
I can see Bayern as well. Bayern are going to be there.
City-
or thereabouts.
City
Bayern will
got
always
on it.
be up there.
Pep makes
Yeah.
these weird
Yeah.
decisions with
Yeah.
big games. I
What
don't
was
know
it?
why
Yeah.
though.
But one thing I'll say about City is that inside their weakness, they found strength. Like when they've lost De Bruyne, they've lost Aguero. Like De Bruyne was, like, out of form. They lost Aguero to injury, like as usual. Like Jesus doesn't really play. Like they found Foden, who came into the squad. Like Cancelo started playing right back. They had Ruben Diaz come through. They had Stefan in goal, who kept a clean sheet against United in the League Cup. And that's a
Got so
testament
much
to.
depth in that squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
a
in my-
testament to Pep.
In my opinion, City's second team could
Testament.
probably still win the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Genuinely
I
think
agree.
City-
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I reckon
Really
that
good.
City's second team is still better than Chelsea.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
don't
gonna-
forget.
I'm gonna say
No,
that.
City's second team beat Chelsea 2-0
Yeah,
No,
right
but
now.
with City, honestly, I think if they had a striker who wasn't Jesus, they would be top of the league right now. Because I've seen him play.
Jesus is so overrated.
He's one of the least
Your
clinical
man,
strikers I
so
think I've
overrated.
ever seen. Honestly.
He
Why
feels
Worse than
so.
Ver-
He,
worse
than
he
Werner.
feels,
Well, Werner,
he fills a certain void, but he
Yeah.
doesn't cut it enough.
Werner
I-
and Jesus
He's
are
a
just
good
shaking hands
mid-table
like that.
striker.
Yeah,
Gabriel
looking at
Jesus
it from a
is
fan of a mid-table club,
He's
a
Andy
player
Carroll.
like him would probably make our team. However, he's in a star-studded Man City team
Mm,
that strive on sort of attacking football, strive on sort of Pep Guardiola football.
they
Yeah.
create chances.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the same star power as a guy like Aguero, but no, I don't think he's a bad player by any means, but
Yeah.
in the right setup, like, he could be class. I mean, I still think he is class.
I don't
personally,
think
but
he's bad.
No.
I just think he's not City striker that they need. If they had someone, I'm not saying that they would be able to sign him, but someone like Haaland up front, they would be like destroyed.
yeah,
this
but
season.
would Haaland work with Aguero?
Well, he doesn't have to work
Yeah.
with him. He could play up
No,
front.
Yeah,
Imagine De
I feel like
Bruyne.
Haaland's dad played for obviously Man City, so Haaland does have like connections there. And I could see
Yeah,
him going
true.
there.
I could see
And
him there.
I would say like I know it's a bit of a rogue shout, but Diego Costa's on a free.
Yeah.
If Man City got him, he would score goals. He would
Oh, yeah,
score.
you
He'd
get
score
goals.
15
No.
plus goals for the rest of the season.
Oh,
In that
Costa.
system.
Yeah,
Zach,
definitely. The amount of
Diego
chances that
Costa.
De Bruyne and Foden create, and Gundogan,
Yeah.
Bernardo
Oh, no.
Silva.
Cavani's old as well. Like, he still
Mm.
has that, that not that intelligence is what I mean. He has that
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah.
But I don't
Sometimes
think Costa suits the style of like quick interplay passing.
Yeah.
Like, even at Chelsea,
True,
he never
yeah.
did
Yeah, but like, to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of Jimenez. But is Jimenez similar to Costa? I haven't really seen a lot of Jimenez, but I
don't
always
know.
thought he's more of a physical player like Costa.
Jimenez is physical, but he's
Yeah, that's
also
what I'm
got
saying.
some class about him. Like, he's also
Yeah.
quite
Mhm.
skillful.
Yeah.
as well. That's
Yeah,
what
like
I
right now, Jimenez is like top 5 strikers. When he's like banging in form, he's top
Yeah.
5 strikers in the league easily.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
a good
Another.
shout.
Yeah, I'd
I
probably
was
say
like,
that.
I really
Who-
like him.
Who would
I
you
mean,
say in that top 5, Zach?
top 5? Well, it's obviously got to be right now. For me personally, I really like Son.
Oh,
Kane.
Son.
Oh yeah, Kane.
Them two both.
Kane's
Them
above
two both.
everyone. Like
Yeah,
Kane's the best striker in the league.
Obviously,
Kane-
ice cold Martial.
Kane's top
yeah.
3
Martial's
strikers.
got to be in there.
Yeah, got Martial, Igalo, Werner.
No, allow Werner. Right now, Kane, Son,
Yeah, Son.
Martial.
Danny Ings. Danny
Danny
Ings has to be up
Vardy.
there.
I was just
Vardy.
about.
Personally, I think
Aubameyang.
say.
he's a good player, but he's
Aubameyang.
not.
Nah, relax, the guy.
He's not a
Aubameyang.
top 6 player for me.
Aubameyang.
Nah, I'm sorry. Aubameyang is still quality.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
deny that. Like he's out
Yeah.
of form, but he's a
Do you know
quality.
you want about?
Aubameyang
This
was
se-
like
not this season.
since the contract signing, he's had
Yeah.
nothing about him.
He's just banged
I don't
the
know if it's
brace.
low on
I think you've
confidence
forgotten
or
that. He just
something.
scored
Thing
2
is though,
goals.
Aubameyang played
in the latest game, but before
right
that,
mid
he
and
was
scored 2
terrible.
goals. He wasn't
Yeah.
playing that striker role, and I feel like he flourishes quite well in the Arsenal team when he plays as on the wing. I feel like he
That's
creates
it up
space
top.
and opens up the defence.
Yeah.
Thing is,
You
I
did
think-
say about sort of like a rogue signing. Danny Ings did say he wanted to go to a Champions League club. I don't quite think
Boys.
City would be in for him though. But he does
No.
say he wants to play Champions League
Yeah.
football. Which I don't know if that's him being big-headed or him being over-ambitious.
He's not getting into any Champions League team in
He
England.
scores
He wants to go
goals.
abroad.
He scores
can.
goals.
He scores goals, 100%.
Yeah.
He played for Liverpool. Played for Liverpool. Liverpool spent a lot of money on him, so there must be
I don't know who was after
some
him, but one of
talent
the top 6 did want Danny Ings. I
Spurs.
can't-
Mourinho
Spurs
wants
wanted
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny Ings
Mourinho
got
would have
quality,
him as a
though.
backup.
Mhm.
Vinicius.
But I don't think as much as Danny Ings wants to play Champions League football,
Yeah.
I don't think he deserves to be a backup. He's too good to be a backup.
If he wants
Yeah,
to
he's
play
too
Champions
good.
League, he should go to Italy or Spain, to be
Yeah,
honest.
definitely. Italy would be a good place for
Yeah,
him. Maybe
Italy,
like
I think he could do
Inter
it.
Milan,
Just
Like
even
somewhere
a
like
club,
Napoli.
Napoli or
Napoli, Inter
Lazio, a team
Milan,
like that.
Lazio, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Oh.
AC have signed Mandzukic, so like they got Ibra and Mandzukic are a bit older, and Ings could be like a younger addition in there.
To be honest,
Even
there
if-
could be
even
an
if he is
opportunity
good.
at Juventus, to be honest,
Yeah.
because I think Diego Costa was meant to go to Juventus, but that
Yeah.
obviously fell through. There could
Yeah.
be an opportunity to go there if they sell Ronaldo in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Ronaldo out, Ings in.
I can see Danny Ings going to PSG. Obviously, as they're after Dele Alli at the minute
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, that was a big
Um,
thing.
Yeah, if they end up getting they need a goal scorer. They don't really need a goal scorer, but Danny Ings would fit well in. Obviously, he'd score so many goals in the league when he's got Neymar,
Yeah.
Mbappe,
It'd be a
Di
very
Maria.
obscure. It'd be a very obscure signing, but it would.
It would
Yeah.
never make sense though. They've already
Yeah.
got Cardi.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
make
and
sense, but
Moise
it would work. It would work. It would
It would
oddly
work.
work.
Yeah,
Keane.
guys.
They've already got
I just
Cardi and
wanted
Moise Keane though.
I just want to
Keane
hand
barely
over to
scores.
Sakaya for a bit. I just want to see what. So I was trying to see what Sakaya has to say about the Southampton Arsenal game. So that's gonna be the 12:15 kickoff on Saturday. Any thoughts on that?
So wait, we haven't done our predictions for Liverpool United yet.
Oh
Not
yeah,
all
yeah.
of us
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'll go with mine then. So I think it's gonna be cagey again. I'm gonna go 1-0 United.
That's a shout.
I think
Right.
Cavani will get a goal,
Yeah.
and I think that'll be it. Liverpool are on a
Ooh.
goal drought. I think it will stay. But they'll score against Burnley tonight. I don't know if they've already scored yet. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I am going.
let me
for,
check.
I'm going for 2-1 Liverpool. I don't know
2-1
if that's a bad shit. I'm going for 2-1 Liverpool. I feel.
0-0. Yeah.
I mean, obviously we'll get to the West Ham game later. But providing I don't want to sort of put down Doncaster, but we should beat Doncaster. Famous last words. We're gonna lose now, I can tell. But if we guaranteed we beat Doncaster, I would favour us going to Old Trafford in the next round. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, I think we'll have to be going to Anfield, providing we do beat Doncaster.
To
So
be honest,
yeah, I'm going for 2-1
that's fair. Shout.
Liverpool.
I
So
agree. I see a Liverpool win. I was going to say 2-1, but just sort of play devil's advocate. I'll probably say 1-0 Liverpool. I feel like with Matip back, their defense is more sure. Like the defense is better, and I feel like they'll nick a goal. Just like obviously Kieran thought Man United.
yeah, I'm agreeing with you on the cage. Like I think it'll be cagey like the last one. So Zakariya, what do you reckon?
2-0, man. I think we're
2-0.
dominating.
Yeah, you did actually already call that.
KG's got the positivity.
So Sakaya's the last one that hasn't predicted.
Kai, what are you saying for that?
To be honest, Man United haven't had the greatest form this season at home. At first, initially, they lost 6-1
Yeah.
to Spurs. They lost to Arsenal. Yeah, first time Arsenal won at Old Trafford in the league in 14
Yeah, relax.
years.
It was a penalty, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Relax.
But on
Can't really talk about penalties, can you?
I'm joking.
But
Relax or something.
but on the other hand, they beat Leipzig, one of Europe's best teams, 5-0.
True.
So it just depends on what Man United turn up. And to be honest, I think it will be a cagey affair. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will revert to that diamond of his that he really likes.
Yeah.
And I think they'll just sit back, hit Liverpool on the break, and get a 2-0 win.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 United.
Big shout there. Big statements from Zach and Sakaya there.
One thing I'll just add is that I think it'll be a 2-1 United because the rotated squads, there are going to be some squad players in there. I feel like we're going to sit back at the same time, but like Liverpool are going to be more open than they are usually. Like I just feel like Klopp's going to work around with the system a little bit, and I think we could wiggle a way through it, and I think we might get a 2-1 win. Liverpool is still a very good side, and I mean, their attack hasn't been great in recent games, but I think that they can manage to get a goal back into it, especially
I think I've got United down to win just because I just feel like they're just doing better than Liverpool at the moment, and I just think I don't know. I don't see Liverpool's defence as unbreakable, but I see United as just maybe dominating with Pogba and Fernandes in the midfield. I feel like they can dominate Liverpool's midfield.
Yeah, but Liverpool have Thiago.
Liverpool do have Thiago.
He's probably one of the world's best midfielders. Henderson's being rested against Burnley, so I think he'll be back. He'll be revitalised. And so
he can win midfield duels as well, Henderson. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he could, if he pockets Bruno, United are in trouble.
Bruno is currently 0-0 in that game.
That's what people
sometimes struggle against the top six. I feel like he sometimes struggles to show up on the big stage, and I feel like against Liverpool we're going to see it again.
Yeah.
And obviously he's Man United's most important player, and if Bruno doesn't perform, if Pogba has maybe an off game, then I can't see any other result apart from Liverpool.
Yeah,
After seeing Liverpool's team, I feel like they're going for the FA Cup game.
no, Klopp even said that he played a strong team
Yeah.
against Villa's kids.
Yeah.
Like he wants the FA Cup this year.
No, I can understand that, and it'll be a very interesting game. That obviously, I think all eyes are on that one.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely
Klopp will go for it.
obviously, the other big game.
He needs it.
Let
The
us
other
know
big
by the
game,
way,
though.
in the comments if you want us to do a live stream of that game. I'd be down if anyone else is.
Yeah, Sekaya
Yeah.
can give us the OBS tutorial.
Yeah. But so are we moving on to the next game? Do you say?
Yeah, I'll say the other big game, Southampton Arsenal.
Yeah.
Or that I think there's goals in that. That's what I'm thinking. There's goals in that.
I can see there being a lot of. I can see there being a big, strong game.
Will there be goals? Arsenal's had defence. They haven't conceded a goal since. They haven't conceded a goal this year in the Premier League, I don't think.
Yeah.
Good chance.
So Mikel Arteta's really done well. That's one thing he did when he first came to the club. He really strengthened the defence.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I can see happening. Also keeping a clean sheet. No, Gabriel's coming back.
I can't see that.
Not against
Gabriel, Rob
Southampton.
Holding.
No, I think Southampton will win 2-1.
Really?
I think it's going to go pens.
Shout.
I think
Rogue shout.
big shout.
Yeah.
2-2.
But what about the addition of the youthful exuberance of Arsenal? You know, they've had Emile Smith-Rowe. He's coming to the fold.
He's
So
sick.
yeah, he's got like 3 assists in 5 games.
Yeah.
That's something that I don't think will stop.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you're playing a few youngsters and Southampton are playing a full side,
Yeah.
don't forget Newcastle played half the side and took you into extra time. So
And Palace drew 0-0 with you and stuff like that. You do struggle sometimes to, I feel like, score goals.
The thing with Mikel Arteta, he's like Pep Guardiola. He takes these games seriously.
No.
Wait.
No,
Can we just reverse
No.
that?
don't say that.
No,
Mikel Arteta is a bit like Pep Guardiola.
No, in terms of
Slander.
he'll play a full strength squad. He won't play like Leonard's gonna stay in goal.
It's
I'm not
time
talking
to go.
Leonard's gonna stay in goal. You're gonna
But Guardiola does rotate, but Man City has a better squad to rotate, so it does look more full strength.
Bro, he played De Bruyne against like Rochdale, was it in the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
as an Arsenal fan, who are you starting up top in that game?
I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah. The guy, he
You
started
don't
well.
want to see Nketiah.
He was the top scorer initially, but like he hasn't done anything recently. So I'd expect to see Lacazette, Aubameyang, Bukayo Saka, and Emile Smith-Rowe. So that'd be like the striker and the 3 behind.
No, that makes sense.
It's like a
interesting game.
isn't it?
And also I expect Thomas Partey. He'll be starting.
Yeah.
I don't think this game will be decided in 90 minutes. In my opinion, I feel like you might be taken into extra time again. I think Arsenal might nick it in extra time. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arsenal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'd probably go for 2-1 Southampton. I think I agree with you, Aidan. I think it will be 1-1 extra time, and I think Danny Ings will score a brace against Arsenal.
Danny Ings.
No, a Prowse free kick somewhere in there.
Perhaps.
If they get a free kick from the right area, you know he's putting it top bins.
But the thing is,
I can see it being a game where Southampton dominate and they get caught on the counter attack, and it'll be sort of like an Aubameyang will be through on goal or something.
Southampton haven't won. Southampton haven't won in the league this year.
See,
they lost one in the league.
This is what I'm saying.
The 13th December against Sheffield.
I think there's a lot of goals. I think it's going to be 2-2. I've just got a feeling that it's going to be very open.
Yeah.
Arsenal will hold back, maybe hit them on the counter, like because they got players like Saka, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Smith-Rowe.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I've got a feeling it's going to be another one of the 1-0 to the Arsenal sort of games.
I feel it's personally going to be quite cagey. To be honest. I think it's a 1-0 kind of. I'm going to go nick the game kind of game.
It could go anyway. I think this is one of the most interesting games to see.
No, it's fine. I'll just go for 3-1 Arsenal. I think Arsenal have too much strength. I'll go 3-1. I'll even say Aubameyang, probably Saka, and I think Prowse will get a free kick because Arsenal they give away quite a few free kicks. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you giving away a couple thousand dangerous areas.
Yeah.
That's why I think 2-2. I think
Will Smith is gonna two foot on.
I think there's
Yeah.
goals.
Pickford's just gonna run onto the pitch, like try and like take out Aubameyang, just for the band.
Pickford.
No, I'm just joking. You're
Oh,
talking about
right.
Smith Rowe 2-footing.
Oh yeah. Anyway, what's the next big
What's
game?
the next fixture on?
Oh no, I just wanted to say quickly. I was gonna say I'm gonna go with 2-2
Oh yeah.
at full time, and then I think it could go down to penalties.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Arsenal will get the win because
I want to see a big shootout. I want to see a decent
Yeah.
penalty shootout. This.
Like West Ham Everton
yeah.
back in the day.
Oh, we'll
Like-
get onto that. We'll get onto that.
Wait, are you playing Everton?
No.
I was talking about the penalty shootout.
What we'll talk about later, in
Oh.
terms of
Yeah, we'll get
Favourite
onto
FA
we'll
Cup.
get onto our
Oh.
moments later. Like.
Oh, there's a big. I thought Wickham are playing Tottenham.
Yeah, it's a big
should
game.
we talk about that next?
I can't see that
Yeah.
going any other way than a 3-0 Tottenham win.
That's a local game. It's in Wickham.
Yeah, it's in Wickham.
But
You can
remember,
go to a
It's not
hill.
allowed.
You know, you can go to a hill above the Wickham
Yeah,
Stadium.
I know.
Yeah,
And
it's by
literally
the car
see
park.
into the stadium. Yeah. It's
If we
mad.
wasn't in lockdown,
I used to have
and
a wedding.
I think I might be tempted to go to
Yeah.
that, but
I know a few QPR who tried watching over at Wickham.
Yeah.
I
Nah, it was
think West
pretty-
Ham did that in pre-season as well.
Yeah.
There's a few fans looking over the.
but
Nah,
But,
you know what?
Yeah.
Magic of the FA Cup is like these sort. I know Wickham aren't as small as they used to be, but these sort of games like Mourinho at Hampden Park. Like,
No,
yeah,
they are the
you,
underdogs.
you
the
wouldn't
last
see that
time
in
they
any
played
other
each other
competition.
in the FA Cup, it was a 7-goal thriller at White Hart
Yeah.
Lane.
Yeah.
I do remember that
Oh,
game.
yeah, I went to that.
That was
Remember
crazy.
I went to that game.
Was that not
Damn.
the EFL Cup?
No, it was
No,
FA
it's
Cup.
FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
This
Also,
one was
imagine
got-
like the press conference Mourinho after losing to Wickham as well.
Brilliant.
Obviously,
That would be so
Wickham being a local club and me being a West Ham fan, I want to see a big upset here. But
Oh yeah.
logically, I'm
not
going.
gonna
I think I'll go for a 4-1 Tottenham. I feel Wickham might score, but
Oof.
I'll go for a
Yeah.
4-1 Spurs.
Mourinho will name a strong squad as well. You all know he
He did
takes
get
these
Mourinho's
things.
Mourinho's
Not
going.
strong
Mourinho's
squad,
going for it.
Yeah,
he didn't name a weak squad against Marine. It
He
wasn't
played,
that
he
bad.
played Dele Alli.
Yeah,
Played,
he played Dele
Joe
Alli.
Hart.
Vinicius.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I
Gonna be
mean is,
Bale as well.
Just
Yeah,
a word
like-
on Vinicius though. Thumping the ball in the back of the net and doing the Mbappe celebration against
No,
a
that
team
was-
full of
that was-
plumbers.
that was mad.
Apparently-
like,
That-
that-
Team
It was
full of
proper,
plumbers.
it's top tier shithousery.
It's
He's a
Quality.
shameful.
muppet. He's
It's
an
like-
It
utter
was brilliant.
complete muppet.
if it was a Millwall player who did it, I'd say it's
Yeah.
quality shithouse.
If that was
Yeah.
Mikel Antonio,
Yeah.
if that was Mikel Antonio,
I don't
I would
rate
be
that.
applauding him. The fact he's a Spurs player, I'm saying he's an absolute muppet for doing
It
that.
feels Scott McTominay, but like it
I'd be
reminds me of
gassed, but
yeah.
still.
It reminds me of when Brewster, you know, when Liverpool won the Champions League and he was flexing the Champions League medal on his story when he's
He
getting
just
trimmed.
didn't do anything. That one guy in the group project who just sits there like
Yeah, he just does
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
takes all the credit.
But now he's bottom of the league with Sheffield.
That was like
Yeah.
that was like a year 9 music. It was like Luke Mills. It was just me and you used to do everything, and like Luke just sit in the background. Nothing. You remember
Yeah.
this? Yeah. Oh, that was just the good memories.
So what's
I
the
could
next
see
fixture?
Next,
I
should
could
we
see
go
Tottenham winning 3-1.
3-1? Oh yeah. Has everyone got their projection down? Kyle, what's yours?
Yeah.
Kane will probably play, to be honest, so you never know.
Bro,
But I'll probably just go for 3-0 Spurs.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'll go 3-0 Spurs as well.
Yeah, 4-0 Spurs as well.
I'm saying I said 3-0, yeah.
I said 4-1.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Next
that's
big game. Who are we going
So
for?
the next one, I was gonna say was Cheltenham Man City. Yeah. So
Oh,
6-0 Man City.
Why do they always get easy ties? Isn't
I
this
think
oil
yeah.
money?
he's gonna go.
Yeah.
Oil money.
this is
Mm.
this is what I wanted to talk about, the easy ties. You know, Spurs is
Yeah.
the big one. I was checking, and you know, they had Chelsea in the round of 16 in the EFL Cup, and
Yeah.
then in the quarterfinals they had Stoke. In the semi-finals they had Brentford. Compared to United, who had Everton in the quarterfinals and Man City in the semi-finals. And then now in the FA Cup they've had Marine and Wickham, and Liverpool have had Aston Villa and Man United. But also Chelsea and Spurs have had easy runs. You know, they've got what's it-
Yeah.
Man City have got what's it called? Who do they have first? Birmingham, and now they got Cheltenham, and then Chelsea had Morecambe and Luton. It's
Yeah, but
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
lie, be a bit of
I
an
don't
issue.
know.
Like the big teams keep getting easy runs. Like
Yeah,
we don't see any more of
Yeah.
the FA Cup magic where like a small team would go and win it
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
I
exactly.
feel
No,
like
Like
that's the
City,
case, though.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
long on the days where you would see teams like Cardiff and Portsmouth get to the final, obviously Wigan Athletic
Oh,
winning
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Games
That's
like
crazy.
moments like that we'll get onto. Yeah, no, I same as the League Cup. The League Cup, they might as well just rename that the Man City Trophy at this point
Yeah.
because they win it every
Yeah.
single year. It's their
Yeah.
trophy. It's just,
Mm.
it's got a permanent place at the Etihad, that trophy. So
I feel like the reality of it is the fact that there are probably 6 top-tier teams challenging for the FA Cup, and then you've got all the divisions of English football. Well, not all, but
Yeah.
the top 4 and the conference sort of like trying to do well. So the chances that you're going to come up against another big team is quite slim.
Yeah.
So I suppose they all seem like easy runs.
Yeah.
But you
true.
can only beat what you've got in front of you. And I feel like if like maybe like a Man United or a Man City come up against like maybe a hungry Championship team,
Yeah.
it would cause problems. It would cause problems for them.
No, it has
Because they're not used
no, it has been the case for years because obviously Man City got knocked out by Wigan a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Quite a few years ago. Well, 3-4 years ago was it?
What,
But
in
yeah,
the final?
when Will Grigg scored.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Yeah.
was brilliant. No, that was what? I think that was like 3 years ago, 4 years, yeah, something like
Yeah, it's so upsets do happen. It's not
Bradford
like
and
there can't
Chelsea.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
4-1.
like
Yeah.
there's not like big upset can't happen, but
Mm.
again, it comes back to Man City squad depth. When we said their second team could probably win the FA Cup, that's the reason they do so well in the trophies is because
Yeah.
they can afford to rest players, and as soon as they rest players, they still end up doing quite
Yeah.
well because they can play their second string team and still dominate an FA Cup game. So, no, I'd 100% say that. I see. Yeah, no, it's City have got a good chance to win it this year.
I'm
Yeah.
saying for City, what is it, Cheltenham?
Cheltenham.
Yeah.
I'm saying 7-0 Man City. Like I know that's a big prediction.
Pep's gonna
but
go at them.
I'm
man.
going
Pep's
I'm
gonna
going
destroy
4-0.
He'll play a
Yeah,
second
6-0.
team that wins 7.
Yeah.
Like he'll play Foden. I think Foden will play.
Foden
Yeah.
will score. I can see Foden scoring a couple.
I can see
Yeah.
Foden scoring a hat trick
No,
against Chelsea.
I can't.
He'll just
Yeah.
run through them.
Foden's quality.
I can see him playing Mahrez. He loves Mahrez
Yeah.
in those sort of competitions.
Yeah.
See him playing Bernardo Silva. I think they'll destroy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm going 5-0 or
I'm going 4-0.
yeah, I say 5-0.
Yeah, I think 6-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say 5-0 as well. They're gonna get smashed.
Sekaya.
3-0. Standard.
3-0. Standard
Have you
stuff.
got any thoughts on the easy cup runs for Spurs this season?
See,
in
I
the
think
cups?
as much as I like to think that it's like rigged or whatever, as in like because I always say that because we
Yeah, yeah.
haven't played West Ham in
Yeah.
so long. and I
Yeah,
always
as much
say,
as
like,
I'd love
it's
to.
rigged. Yeah, as much as I'd love to play you, like it's not. Yeah, it's not rigged. I think it's just people are always going to make up because like when in United
Yeah.
always get easy Champions League draws. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if you remember
When
that.
was the last time we got an easy Champions League? That's
No. I
City.
mean
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. Like a few years ago, there was like
We have had, if
years
we're
in a
being
row
honest,
where you
we had
had.
like Wolfsburg and we got knocked out.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember you got knocked out by Bilbao.
No, City though. City might be rigged every single year. Shakhtar the next every single year.
They just they absolutely just shithouse man. They just shithouse in the Champions League.
Was that the game where Raheem Sterling kicked his foot? Was that against Shakhtar?
Was it? Oh, I don't
When
know.
Raheem Sterling was like 5 yards away from everyone else and decided to get a penalty. I don't know if that was in Shakhtar.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. When it looked like he got tackled, but he just like went into himself.
An underrated miss is when I think it was at the Champions League when because people were saying about when like this is why Kane didn't square to Sterling. When the ball got squared to Sterling, he was literally like 5 yards away from the goal. Blast it over.
Yeah.
Of course,
That is one of the worst misses I've ever seen, and it doesn't get spoke about enough.
That was one of the things I saw in the World Cup from him.
He
And
It
it
was a
was
bit unrefined then, I guess.
And no one can convince me otherwise. Sterling had a poor World Cup.
Yeah, but then the season after that, though, he scored 20 goals. This season,
yeah.
like, he's shocking this season, to be honest.
But yeah, in the World Cup, it was just his finishing was like all over the place.
Here's a
And
debate.
he used to go 1-on-1, and like he would just freeze, like he just didn't know what to do, and then he'd just get tackled off the ball.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because like I don't know, he just like he runs and then he doesn't know what to do because he's like too quick for his own feet.
Exactly.
But here's a debate: Sterling or Rashford?
Rashford.
Rashford's
on 15 goals, 8 assists this season or something like that.
The reason
think
what
over the past few years, I reckon Sterling.
Yeah,
nah.
I
know
think over the past few years Sterling, but right now I'd have one of them. I think I'm taking Rashford.
Yeah, but let's say you're taking one to the Euros, everyone's taking Rashford. Why would you take Sterling to the Euros?
Definitely. Rashford cares more about his country as well.
But
that's just the contradiction of someone that's absolutely loved by the media and someone that's absolutely loathed by the media.
I know, I'd agree. I feel like Sterling has a bad. He's like the English.
One's got an MBE and the other one gets slagged off for having a tattoo.
No.
Nothing to do with that. Generally, on the quality level right now, Rashford is there.
I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly.
I feel like Rashford is offside quite a lot. I feel like positionally, Raheem Sterling is probably better. Like end product, I would say Rashford at the minute. But I feel like Raheem Sterling, when he's on his best, when he's doing his best game, I feel like the runs he will make will win England games. I feel like he can get in behind players quicker. He's positionally more aware, and working under Pep Guardiola will be a big asset for the England team.
Yeah, I do get what you mean there, but I just feel like if you're to start one of them, think about it. Who's going to create more chances for England when it's going to be the likes of when you got Kane in front of you? Who's gonna feed Kane with more like?
Kane will probably create them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You've got the midfield, and then Rashford will finish, and you've got Madison there as well. You've got creativity.
I think Rashford is like a really
You've got Chilwell on the
left
back. If you've got Chilwell on left back, going up there, technically Rashford can play like a second striker rather than the winger crossing it in, because he always cuts in. He's not a guy who crosses the ball.
Would you take Danny Ings to the Euros?
Yeah, 100%.
If Vardy stays retired from international football, which I think
Vardy will.
I'm taking him.
If Vardy was an option, I'd take Vardy because he's got like the highest shot conversion rate of anyone in the league.
He won Vardy, but he said himself that he just doesn't. I think
he can't be asked probably.
Yeah,
his head's not in it.
Yeah. He's quite old now.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it in some ways, but if I was in his position and I was scoring loads of goals for Leicester, I'd want to play for my country, but that's just me personally, and I'm not in that position.
Exactly.
And I can't play football, so I can't speak about it. But
no.
TTFC big up.
And one thing I'll say is Sekaya.
TTFC big up.
Come on.
Yeah. Sekaya, what's your thoughts?
Sterling or Rashford? Sterling all day.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's mute your mic again.
So that's 3-3, but I'm the only non-Man United fan who's saying Rashford. So I guess technically that means Sterling.
No, all right. I'll say this. Zach knows this season, not generally. I've been quite critical of Rashford, maybe a bit too critical.
Yeah, I know. I've literally bollocked you about that.
Yeah, no. What I would say is that
I'm a big fan of Rashford. I'm a big fan of him.
He's got the like Michael said, he's got the end product, and sometimes that's what you need. Like against Wolves, he got that winning goal. Against what do you call it? Was it PSG? He scored as well.
Leipzig
Leipzig got the hat trick, and when him and Bruno came on, they turned the game around, and again against West Ham. And it's just that even though for the majority of the game he doesn't have, he isn't great sometimes for the majority. His positioning's off. He was offside against Liverpool. He has the ability when he cuts in, he's got amazing dribbling.
But he's selfish. You could have won the game if he'd passed to Cavani. You would have won on Sunday.
Yeah, we would have
won.
And that's what was annoying. That's why I was so that's why I just said so much stupid things that I shouldn't have said. Zach is just like, what are you on about? But I don't take back all of it. I think I was fair in some of it. But
But put it this way, we would not be in a title race without Rashford. That's how important he is to the team. He doesn't seem like the most consistent performer, but he's like that maverick type player. He'll just do stuff.
He can turn it on, and it's because he has that passion for United. Him and he has that
Manchester born and bred.
Manchester born and bred. He'll give it his all for all 90 minutes, even though it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he's red through and through, and that's what I feel we have.
Respect for that. You've got to respect it. And also, what I was gonna say, for me, the difference between the two. So, over the last few seasons, I'd say if I had to say overall who's been better, I'd say Sterling. But if you're thinking about it, England, if you're bringing one on to change a game, I'd bring on Rashford. I think he's more likely to get that goal that you need.
To be honest, for the past 2 seasons, I think Rashford's been better because he's got 21 or 22 goals last season as well. He's got up to about 15 this season.
The reason why
I mean, in club competitions, in the 2020 to 2021, Sterling, Rashford scored more goals, but Sterling's got more assists, and he averages a more shots per goal.
And he misses more open goals as well. What?
Yeah, that's the thing. Rashford is more clinical than
Sterling has more shots per goal.
Rashford's more clinical.
Bro, Sterling gets 2 yards out and he
I mean less shots per goal.
The guy literally has an open goal. Like even if he played against under 13. But no. Generally on the wing, like his ability of dribbling, his pace. You know, if I'm Southgate, you know, like, if I'm thinking about Southgate, I can see why he would pick Sterling because, you know, Kane is already the striker, you know, that sort of out and out striker, and you know, you want someone to feed him, and you know, Rashford's quite a selfish player, so technically,
Rashford's good at feeding people though.
Yeah, he's good at feeding people. Yes, he can do it, but like just recent. Well, I'm saying if you're going by
get the pun.
Oh shit, yeah. I don't know.
I just got that. Nah, you fair play, mate. Fair play.
I turned into Zakariya for a minute. My brain just turned up.
You made a meal of that.
Yeah, I made a
You better keep that in the edit.
I ain't editing this. I was taking too long to edit, so I'm just gonna upload it. Nah, I'm joking. What's it called? No, but because he's feeding people, but even like he's gotten assists like at the last minute stages, like for Cavani, Pogba. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, the Pogba one against was it Burnley, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm never gonna let that one go.
Yeah, he has that moment, like Zach said, and we've said, like he has that moment where he turns it on at the end of the game, and he has that like Fergie time, like thing, like, and it's like it reminds me of, like the old United where. Even Ollie's not a tactical genius, but they're giving it their all, and that's why we're able to make a comeback. There's passion in the team.
Yeah.
And although passion seems like nothing, you know, McTominay isn't the best player, and he's got a lot of passion. In derbies, he turns up like against Leeds and Man City.
Yeah, watch his goals against Arsenal, against Man City, the double against Leeds.
Yeah. Yeah. He just has this thing when it's a derby, he just goes under the kill.
He's a passionate player. He plays with his heart sleeve. He's a good lad as well. Like he gets slugged off quite a bit, but he's one of he can play anywhere. You could play Rashford up top, give you a game. You play him on the wing, give you a game. You could probably play him through the middle, give you a decent game. Like he could probably be quite a versatile asset to anything.
He's our Darren Fletcher essentially.
I'd say Fletcher was more well-rounded. Like Fletcher was actually a very good player. People, United squad was so good.
Rashford's the best player than Fletcher ever was.
What?
I feel like Fletcher was a good player, but like let's be honest, Rashford was more exciting to watch.
But like, he wasn't special. But like, what I mean is like, he's better than
a good team. He wasn't
like a Milner. It was like Milner from Man United.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is he has that ability. You know, he was quite versatile. And I think he did have more technical ability than McTominay, but obviously McTominay is still 25, 24.
You'd be surprised how well McTominay can actually, like, when he's shooting.
Yeah. He does have it. He does have it. But I think it's just the positioning. I think it's the positioning. When he played against Leeds, he played more box to box, and he had the ability to go up, and he did well there. He's not great in CDM because his positioning there is just he's not. He defensively, like, he can make the tackles, but he doesn't have the defensive awareness.
Yeah.
People get past him quite easily. When he's going forward, when he's running at you,
he's actually quite good. That's why
I've never seen
go forward.
many players stop him.
Yeah, if Ollie played with him going forward and Fred a bit further back, and you know, or Matic a bit further back, because Matic is quite composed, he can hold the midfield.
Well, so are you saying that McTominay and Fred or Matic should be starting for United?
Fred should start because Fred's quality. But what
I'm saying, Fred or Matic,
I'd have McTominay over Fred.
I'd have Matic over McTominay.
If you're having,
I'd have Matic.
I would play Matic only if you're playing a quick centre back. If you're playing Lindelof, Maguire, it's got to be Fred or McTominay.
It's too slow.
Matic Matic isn't the same player that he was at Chelsea.
Yeah, but
He's still a good player.
Yeah,
He's
Defensively,
commands in the
intelligent.
field.
Like
He's
I was
very
watching-
underrated.
I was
I'd say he was
watching,
underrated.
I was
Yeah, I
watching
would.
against Leipzig, and it's just the way he gets the ball. Like Lindelof, Maguire, they kind of panic on the ball. He's just so calm that they're coming to him, and the way he's so composed on the ball.
He's only 32 as well.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he's just come out of prime years.
Yeah.
He's only
Yeah,
32.
I mean,
he's
So,
got
yeah.
quality. He's got quality, and
Mm.
I
People
think
will opt for McTominay because he's younger. He's British. He's younger, and he's more of a. He's more of sort of. I don't know. He's got. I think people feel like McTominay probably has more goals. He's less like sort of like Matic. Yeah, people are going to opt for McTominay.
Is it laggy?
Obviously, he's younger,
Yeah, it's
arguably
laggy.
more
It's
exciting to
alright,
watch.
Yeah.
you just lag quite a bit. But...
Yeah, that's right. No, because I was gonna say
Talk.
Matic and Van der Beek could work because Van der Beek's physical, but he's also like a sort of you could play in a number 10, number 8. He's the type of guy that will push forward and sort of take the ball up as Matic brings it from the defense. And if you've got Bailly in defense, it could work quite well with a Matic Van der Beek. But that's obviously like a long shot. That's never gonna happen. But
I haven't really seen enough of Van der
Zakariya,
Beek
what's
yet.
your
So, do you
What?
think we should move on to the
Chelsea?
best moments now?
Best
I was
moments.
gonna-
Best moments.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Yeah. Well, I'll just. Yeah.
Who wants to go first with their best moments?
I don't mind going first.
Yeah.
Go on then. Go for it, Michael.
Okay, I'd probably say the best goal in the FA Cup. You can shout for Gerrard's goal against West Ham, but I
Sanchez.
feel like the best technical goal is Trevor Sinclair's overhead kick.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Outside
was
of the box.
nuts. I'm trying to actually, yeah.
yeah, it was a great technical goal. It's for QPR versus Barnsley in 1997. And it's just got to go down as one of the best of all time. I feel like it's a special moment in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Because it got QPR won, I believe. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because it was a QPR goal, but it has. I feel like people can't argue with me when I say it's a good goal, and it was probably one of the best in the
one of
tournament.
the best goals I've ever seen. Like, obviously I wasn't there because I wasn't even born, but like one of the best ones I've seen. Like, even watching it back, like it's such a class goal.
Yeah, it was a brilliant goal.
So shall I go with my personal one now?
Yeah, go on.
Because obviously everyone's got two, but my personal one is because I was there for it, was Sean Cummings last minute 0-0 against the Premier League champions. They're playing a strong team. Sean Cummings runs through, scores literally the last kick of the game. It was probably one of the best moments I've ever had, like being at a game. Being a Milan fan, you don't get many of those sort of like insane, like last minute. I don't know. It was mad. It was mad.
Yeah, I
But
can
that's
imagine.
for me personally. Like that was.
Who are you
insane.
playing?
Sorry,
Who are you playing?
Leicester, and it was a year after they won.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Damn.
Are we
But,
on
like,
to
The best
moments now?
moment of
Yeah.
FA Cup is
Alright.
Tim Cahill putting us through to the 2004 final, but I wasn't there because I was like 2.
Yeah.
But, that
Yeah.
tops it for Millwall for me personally. But like I've got another general one, but yeah, that's
Yeah, go on. What's the general one?
so my general one has got to be Gerrard's last minute against West Ham.
Yeah.
I wish my internet stayed down now.
Yeah,
Oh, doing right. The
you're
worst.
just
My
getting PTSD. You're getting PTSD on
Yeah,
the
it was
last
brilliant.
final minute.
Like I don't know, it's just everything about that.
I was only
like
3 and I'm still getting PTSD.
Yeah.
Nah,
you thought you'd won it, and
Yeah.
then like that, it was
And
gone.
like Kieran just being a Millwall fan, just absolutely shithousing on Aiden.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, it's gotta be done. Blowing him up. What is
If
blowing
I had
up?
to try and look at it,
Oh,
if I had to try and look at it from a neutral's perspective, I would have to say it is a very good FA Cup moment. It's probably the greatest. I would arguably say that it was the greatest final in FA Cup history.
Yeah, I'd say it's the greatest final in FA Cup history. I can't think of a better final.
It's the fact that we take a 2-0 lead, they pull us back, Konchesky scores an absolute fluke, and then Gerrard hits an absolute screamer, and then we lose on penalties. It was a very back and forth game, and that moment that culminated in that goal. which even from obviously a West Ham fans' perspective, I can hold my hands up and say I was proud of that cup run. I was proud to get to the final. We had a great day out at Millennium Stadium. Fair enough, we didn't win. We kind of bottled it in the end, but it was still a good achievement for us to get to the final in the first place.
Oh yeah, to get to the final for any team that's not top 6 is a big achievement, like no question about it.
I would also say that that goal was probably Gerrard's best moment in his career.
Yeah.
I feel like from an individual
Champions League
performance,
final, 2005.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like but I feel like in terms of him. In terms of his influence on the game, that was probably one of the best games he's ever played for Liverpool.
From a very selfish point of view, I loved seeing him slip after that. Seeing him slip after that, scoring that goal, I took great pleasure in watching that.
I
hope that's not on the telly.
Much rather Liverpool won the title that year than City, so I was not impressed when he slipped, because I was thinking like it would be nice to see a different name on the trophy, but
But
they
was
won
shocking.
It in the end, didn't they?
That was shocking to me because that season, Suarez was so good. Like that Liverpool team was actually. That's one thing people forget. Like Liverpool, although they made a comeback with Klopp, like Rodgers took them to the top. Like with Suarez was just fucking
He was the best striker I've personally ever seen.
He was. He missed quite a few games because of the Evra ban, and was it the biting as well? Like he's missed quite a few games that season.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he still
would have literally broken the scoring record.
He equaled it. Did he equal it at the time? He equaled
No,
it.
he didn't.
Did he get 29?
Salah's got it.
Yeah,
but Suarez was class though. I remember watching him back then, and even as a United fan, I'd admit he was the best striker I've personally ever seen.
Linking that squad back to the FA Cup, they got to the final with that squad, didn't they?
I think.
Because I remember them beating Everton in the semis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it was it Arsenal? Did they lose? It wasn't Arsenal. I don't know who they lost to in the final.
Wait, let me check. Is it 2012-13 season?
I think it might be 20.
Yeah, it's 2012-13.
It might be 2013-14. I think it was 20.
Oh yeah, you're right. 13. Yeah, because United won it United won the Premier League in 2013. So yeah.
Because.
Wait, let me check. It says here, Arsenal versus Hull.
No,
yeah, 22.
I remember that game. That game was
the greatest moment. The amount of times I've been mocked in primary school, even in year 7. Arsenal hadn't won anything. The last time Arsenal won something prior to that was 2005, and I was 3.
That's mad.
So literally 9 years.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember the scenes when you won it, like even on the pitch, the way.
Bro, it was. I remember 2011. Arsenal had Birmingham, relegation Birmingham, and they lost. This was a chance.
Was that in the League Cup final?
Yeah, League when
Yeah, because that Birmingham beat us in the 120th minute to get to the final. They beat us in the semis in the 120th minute.
I remember that game.
Fergie time.
Yeah, it was very.
When it was like Squillaci and Almunia, I think.
Nah, it was Koscielny and Chesney.
Oh, that was.
No, I felt like that was our year to win the League Cup. I think we would have won on away goals or something stupid like that. But then is it Craig Bloody Gardner or Gary Gardner, one of the two, scored against us in 120th minute.
So is everyone? So who's not done their FA Cup moment?
I haven't, but I was gonna just chuck it to Sekaya because obviously Arsenal have won it so many times in this past decade.
Yeah.
What your best moment was, Sekaya?
I don't know. There are quite a few to choose, aren't there?
The whole one?
Oh, I'll leave it at.
Well, you could talk about Alexis Sanchez goal versus Villa.
Oh, that was such a nice goal.
Sanchez was class, man.
To be honest, you could also talk about 2017. Nobody gave Arsenal a chance that year. Chelsea were going for the double. They just won the league. And Arsenal absolutely battered them 2-1.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, they were coming. It was quite bad. The season before, Jesse Lingard just milli rocked on them. And just LVG took home the title. It was a good comeback. I have to give you that.
Pardew dancing in the final. That's got to be my greatest, I think. Cup moment.
Oh yeah. When was that? That was a long time ago.
We went
4 years ago.
5 years ago. Yeah. It was about 20. Yeah.
Because
I remember that video. Yeah.
West Ham needed United to win that game to secure Europa League. Obviously, it was a short-lived Europa League. Like, it was short-lived Europa League run.
King Gogo.
Astragugu, yeah, the mighty Astragugu knocked us out.
There's that video. Yeah.
We did. In terms of my favourite FA Cup moments, I would have to say Adrian's winning penalty against Everton in arguably one of the greatest FA Cup shootouts.
Yeah,
very
I
long.
remember that.
The balls that man had to take his gloves off, throw them on the ground, and then stick it in the back.
He threw them off his hands whilst he was running up to kick the ball. Literally in one motion.
He's so lucky. He's so lucky.
What a guy.
He didn't blast that. Imagine if he had blasted that in Rosette. Yeah, imagine if he blasted that in Rosette, have to turn around, pick his gloves up, and put them back on again.
You have to go back and go. Yeah.
That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of Noble chucking his boots off, chucking them away, and then skying it, and having to lace his boots back up. It's
yeah.
So it's one of the great moments. It's one of the finest sort of FA Cup moments at Upton Park. Obviously, a big shout out to Angelo Ogbonna's 120th minute winner against Liverpool.
Yeah.
It was not obviously last season at Upton Park. We wanted obviously a decent FA Cup run for. I think we lost to Man United at Upton Park for the last FA Cup game at Upton Park. But obviously Ogbonna scoring that goal was a special moment personally for me. Yeah. No, but in terms of a neutral, obviously you'd have to go for Wigan's FA Cup win. So that was
brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Watson header.
Yeah, he deserves a shout out that because it was a very good moment.
Yeah, the actual goal itself was sick. Brilliant header.
It's one of them. Yeah. It's one of them games where you're sitting down, you're watching on TV, and I'm pretty sure everyone wanted Wigan Athletic to win that game.
Oh yeah, because that was when City just got their oil money, and everyone was like,
yeah. And Wigan were already relegated, so they were technically a championship club as well.
But it was just Roberto Martinez, I'll just give credit to that guy because he played 3-5-2. That formation, he took the risk. He used to play more attacking football.
I think that was the same season they got beaten 9-1 by Tottenham when Jermaine Defoe scored 5.
Yeah.
And they just survived.
But even the seasons before, I don't know, I really liked Martinez. He was always a good personality. His formations and he had some good players in that squad. Ali Al-Habsi was a great keeper, I think. He was a very good keeper.
Ali Al-Habsi
Didn't he have a spell at Reading as well?
Yeah, he went to Reading. He played against us, I'm pretty sure, as well,
Yeah.
Reading, yeah. But, Wigan's definitely one. And the other one, Zach, I don't know, do you want to talk about the LVG one? I think you're
the Lingard last minute volley, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I remember that one. That one was class. So Lingard last minute volley against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I remember watching that game. I think I was I don't know how many years ago, 15, 16. Just posting on my Snapchat. I'm like, this is Man United finally winning something, finally on the rise after, the nonsense of Moyes and all the crap he did.
Because one thing about you was about Zach. You you only started watching sort of after the Fergie era. You don't really remember much of the Fergie era, do you?
I started watching halfway through Moyes' first season.
Yeah.
And that's what calling the glory support. I was like, this is like a shit Man United side.
I remember Fergie's days, and I remember, playing Chelsea and Arsenal, the 8-2 when we beat Arsenal. Zakariya getting the PTSD. He's just going backwards on the chair. And it's when RVP just did bits. After
3 hours later,
celebrating and you just start.
After that FA Cup, 3 hours later, Van Gaal got fired as well.
And that was one of the things. We got to the final. We knew Van Gaal was gone, and he was just he's a legend. What he did with Barcelona, Bayern, getting. I know he lost to Mourinho, but he mentored Mourinho. If it wasn't for Louis Van Gaal, Mourinho wouldn't be the man he is today.
True. And even for Lingard, I've probably got to say, he probably gets a lot of stick these days. But deep it, how many people do you think can say, I was the guy who won the FA Cup for Man United? As much hate as he gets,
Exactly.
like
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
class.
And it was just him getting the FA Cup, like Van Gaal left on that high note. Like it was just nice to see, really. And although he made some poor signings, the youth stuff was really good. Rashford came through, Martial came through.
Yeah.
What do you call it? We had a few other players like Paddy McNair and like Tyler Blackie. At the time, they were pretty good. And they kind of faded away, but at the time, they were coming through. And then Lingard, he got Lingard to like I'd say Lingard hit his peak between like 2015 and 2017. You say more 2018, but I remember watching Louis van Gaal and Lingard, the way he was playing, like he was an engine going up and down the pitch. And he might be like a shadow of himself now, but like Van Gaal brought that out of him, and he brought that out of like the youth players.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen that.
Don't get it twisted. Lingard used to be a class player. I remember him from England, just scoring outside the box, class goals.
No, he had a few great games for England.
Yeah,
he's still a class young player. He is top youngster.
Yeah,
he's
the best
seems
youngster
to think
in
he's
the
still
UK.
21.
Yeah, like when you're signing him in FIFA, you just give him future prospect. He'll come through in 10 years or so.
And probably my more general moment has probably got to be Chelsea. I think losing like 4-0, and I was just like, no matter how much money you put into football, no matter how much oil your money you pump into your club, like this is the FA Cup, like anything can happen.
That was a brilliant day. I remember that because it was the same day that Borough beat City 2-0. Patrick Bamford.
Patrick Bamford.
He scored for Borough against City, and they won.
Yeah,
they won 2-0.
Fair play to Bradford though in that game. They did.
They went
really strong Chelsea side, and it's speaking of upsets. What would you say is your club's biggest sort of not upset, but biggest embarrassment in the FA Cup?
See, we don't really get embarrassed because there's not that well. There's with like we haven't. Really
that David Martin mistake.
That was awful. I was there for that. That was awful.
That David Martin mistake, and he goes to proceed to sign for West Ham a year after.
Yeah, and then that is the worst actually. When we were playing against Brighton, the ball comes in, he catches it and just drops it in the net. That was one of the worst things.
Yeah,
I remember we were so gassed. We were thinking like we're through. I think it was a quarter final. We were through to the semis. And
I know.
We were getting so gassed. We were like, we're going to Wembley. It was all the K Sarah was getting chanted.
I remember. Obviously, saying that as a West Ham fan, watching that game, and I was quite excited. It's quite excited because we got knocked out quite.
We made it further than you that
year. In that tournament, and this was a lot as well.
I mean, to be fair, the most embarrassing moment probably for QPR. Off the top of my head, I can remember we lost 4-2 at home against MK Dons in the third round. That's pretty embarrassing. We've had quite a few of those though over the years. Can't really think of many more.
Two that stand out for me are losing 5-0 to Nottingham Forest. Is a big one. And losing 4-2 to AFC Wimbledon a couple years ago.
I remember that was brilliant.
With the full side out as well. I think we're about 4-1. I think we were 4-1 down at one point to AFC Wimbledon, and you had Vinnie Jones giving it big as a pundit, saying, "Oh, I'd rattle Mark Noble and everything." It just wasn't a good day for us, really. It was a really, really bad FA Cup game.
There was a couple shocks that day. I remember that day. It wasn't just
Newcastle, I believe, lost as well
to someone like Stevenage or Shrewsbury.
Yeah, I remember them losing to Oxford United, but I can't remember if that was League Cup or FA Cup. I think it might have been League Cup.
I think that was League Cup.
But there's been a few embarrassing ones. Obviously, I'd say one of them was Lincoln City, who were in the National League at the time, knocking out Premier League Burnley at Turf Moor.
That was brilliant.
Arsenal beat them 5-0 later in that year. 5-0.
What's your biggest upset though?
I don't know. I remember losing to Blackburn. Remember that a few years ago. Blackburn, Watford.
Oh yeah.
Nottingham Forest in the third round. couple of years back. Wenger's last season.
I do remember that.
4-2.
Because I can't
4-2.
really talk because they beat us 5-0, but yeah, they're a tricky sort of side playing the FA Cup.
Yeah, but it's crazy how far they fell. Like, they've got 2 Champions Leagues to their name.
Champions
And
League.
my dad told me, as a kid, like Bruyne, Clough, and stuff. Like, as a kid, Nottingham Forest were like a very elite team.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they were
that's what I
quality.
mean.
Like,
And it's like, I was like, wait, Dad, they're the ones that are in the Championship. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they were like probably the equivalent of what, like City now. Like they had money and a great manager.
Yeah.
Obviously, money then wasn't like money now, but
but they were just
they had
2 Champions Leagues. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really. That's better than most English teams of our generation.
Speaking of Arsenal, nah, I'm joking.
Arsenal like literally 12 minutes away, Then Almunia happened.
Almunia saves.
Man, he let Samuel Eto'o score from his near post.
Yeah, Almunia was a bit of a dodgy one, wasn't he? Fabianski was a bit shaky as well, but then he got quality, and then
he
got good, yeah.
Oh wow, I will totally no bias. He's the most underrated.
Oh yeah, I very liked
Fabianski.
Areola in the right now, but I think Fabianski just generally through the decades he's actually quite a good keeper. Like
right now, I think the most underrated keeper is that one at Leeds.
No,
Melia.
No,
Melia is good.
He's class, yeah, he's class.
Yeah, he is very good. But
it's just their defense is shot.
Yeah, don't like Kiki.
Have you ever spoken about that? Why do Leeds get praised for shipping goals?
Yeah.
It's Marcelo Bielsa
It's vibes, isn't it?
He's a world-class manager. Marcelo Bielsa is the best manager that ever lived.
How was he third?
I don't know how he's
best managers.
He's a good manager, but
it's only because Guardiola learned.
He's very overrated by Leeds fans.
I just think the fact that he's unable to change his tactics just shows that he's tactically inept. Demonstrates his ineptitude,
Yeah. Well, speaking of Leeds, Michael, do you remember the time Kiki Casilla yelled at us?
Yeah. When we after the game, QPR won 2-1.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta explain yourselves now.
Right, so I turn around and I say, "Oi, Kika." I think Michael was like, "Oh," he said like, "Oh, Kika, can I have your shirt?" Or "Kika, can I have a picture?" or something. And he turned around like, "What? Huh?
What? Yeah, he was so angry.
He's like, "What?"
I meeting the players after the game, and he just was like, "What?" I was like, "Bloody hell!"
Yeah, that's great. See, it's Real Madrid, isn't it? At one point.
Yeah. I don't know how. He is shit.
Yeah, I know. I
so
saw him
bad.
again. Look, they got knocked out, didn't they? 3-0 to was it Crawley, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Crawley.
Yeah.
Just that last round. Damn, they got destroyed.
But they played well. They passed the ball well.
Yeah. They attacked, and we have to give
Bielsa's genius. He meant to lose 3-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He meant to lose. Guys, he wants to focus on the league. Like, he just wants to, play that attacking football and then just, get praise. Like,
since they attacked that female journalist, haven't won a game.
Oh yeah, they've just been getting slaughtered every time.
Yeah, I was quite controversially at the time. I didn't see anything personally wrong with what Leeds said.
No.
I feel like Leeds purely stated facts in that sense.
Yeah, no,
but
they did.
It was just the fact that I feel like it's because there's this whole debate that there's not enough female representation, and the fact they're taking the very few female representation and kind of attacking that. That's kind of why they got a lot of stick for that. Fair enough. It's a little bit childish, them slagging them off, because did they really need to go that far? I mean, it's a bit shithousery. It's a bit of banter from Leeds. I don't think it was that much of an issue, but
it wasn't.
It did come across a little bit petty and a little bit childish.
Yeah.
I think that leads us on to the last.
Oh wait, I just wanted to say.
Oh yeah, go on.
The biggest upset. I'm not sure if you guys. You probably remember is back in 2010. Is when
Leeds.
I was gonna say that.
Jermaine Beckford.
They were League One, and we were under Sir Alex Ferguson. And
yeah, I remember that. I was watching.
Gary Neville was talking about it like recently. But yeah, I remember watching that game, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, they literally Jermaine Beckford just goes 1-1, and he just bangs it, like puts it past Van der Sar.
Right.
And it was just like shit. Like, we were like, we're gonna wipe the floor with them. Like, we lost at Old Trafford, and that was back when Trafford was a fortress.
Yeah, I know.
That was a
I
huge
mean,
upset.
It kind of is. Actually,
one
no, not
reason-
really anymore.
One reason I think I'd love to play Man United next round is because West Ham and Man United's FA Cup games do tend to be some of the
Right.
greatest.
Yeah,
I do enjoy the games. Like Soucek,
Yeah.
I like watching him play.
One
Yeah, he's
one good moment before we move on, I want to say is the Canio's goal when we lost an FA Cup game at Old Trafford.
Is that the assist kick?
Nah, it was at Old Trafford when the ball got played through, and the Man United players are all standing with their arms up, calling for an offside. Fabian Barthez is in goal. He's standing in the goal, holding his hand up, saying offside, offside. And the Canio has just gone through, passed it into the back of the net, gone away celebrating. The liner's kept his.
Yeah,
Liner's
brilliant,
not flagged.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Class.
I think I do remember seeing that on like
I do remember.
like some sort of Sky
Yeah,
Sports.
there's memories as well, like Mark Noble carrying Herrera off the pitch. Like it's just the magic of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd
Mate,
love.
there's no-
I'd love.
It is great.
There's no competition like the FA Cup. That's all.
Exactly. Payet's free kick against United. West Ham and United. It would be
Payet was
the fastest
class,
FA Cup
man.
game at Old Trafford. That's
Payet
why
was
we really
class.
hope Man United get it through.
Oh, Dimitri Payet. Why did he snake it though, man? He just.
That's a debate for another day. That's a topic.
Yeah, exactly.
For the short time
So-
we missed it, it was sick.
History.
What's
What
that leading
I've
up
got-
to?
What I've got for the last thing is one player to watch out for this match day.
Oof.
So I'm gonna go. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna go with a Millwall player because it's not often that we're gonna spotlight Millwall. Because it's an FA Cup weekend, I may as well make the most of it. Watch out for Danny McNamara on the right back if you
Right.
happen to
All right, yeah.
stumble across Millwall, Bristol City. He is quality.
And what do you think about the Millwall game? You reckon you can win that? Is it?
So it's against Bristol City. They're better than us at the moment. Like we've only won 2 games in our last 16, but we did just beat Huddersfield 1-0, and we've kind of got the. I feel like our confidence will be high, and also we've got the sort of formation and everything right, and like we're playing better football now, what we did last game, and our goal was nice. I don't know if any of you, well, you probably didn't see it, but Danny McNamara ran down the wing, crossed it in, and Scott Malone put it bottom corner, but it's quite a nice goal. So yeah, he's my player to watch.
There's Millwall game on TV, and they on.
I haven't actually checked.
They all
I
are on
imagine
TV,
it is.
right?
It'll be on
No,
BBC
'cause-
Sport
Oh,
Extra.
BBC One, aren't they?
No,
Yeah,
it's either
we-
BBC One, BT Sport, and FA have it for free on their FA player. Some of the games, like
Yeah,
some smaller games.
we're on. I know West Ham are on BBC iPlayer against Doncaster.
Okay.
BBC are the best. I love BBC's coverage.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause it's
I'd
free.
say
Their
BBC
camera
have the best
angles,
coverage.
their camera
Right.
angles are just so good.
yeah, no, I do rate BBC, and I do rate Amazon Prime as well. I do rate their coverage.
Amazon Prime's decent.
So who would your players of the who would you say watch out for?
I'm
Ogbonna.
gonna say
Ogbonna.
no, I'm gonna say Adamipo or the Becco. I'm hoping he gets.
He's a brilliant player.
No, I'm gonna go for
So,
Adamipo or the Becco for West Ham. I'm hoping he will get his debut finally because
Yeah.
David Moyes is training with the first team squad with Sebastian Haller leaving to Ajax. Obviously, we've only got Mikel Antonio, and he's not going to be fit 24/7. And whilst we haven't got a new striker coming in, we've got a good prospect in Adamipo or the Becco, who signed from Man United's academy. So I'm hoping he can get a breakthrough, and I'm hoping he can play against Doncaster and score, and get his name at least in the limelight for a little bit.
Nice.
So yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Siraj.
For United, I'm not sure who Zach wants to say, but a lot of our players already, have played, and our squad depth hasn't been great. I'm not sure if Donny van de Beek will play because obviously he's a great player, but I feel like I don't think Diallo will play either. I think Van de Beek's more likely, but if Diallo was going to play, he would be my one to watch.
He's good. He was good.
He's
I
actually
saw
quite
him
good in Atlanta. I saw some.
He was decent.
He has that sort of like Bruno ability where he sort of comes short and he comes out sort of to pick up the ball, and he sort of gets the ball, passes it off, and he goes for the run. He kind of just switches up the play a little bit sometimes. And I'm not saying he's like this next level Bruno level player. He's not. He's youngster. He's probably needs a lot more time to be built up. So I don't think he will play. But he's one I'd be wanting to watch out for. But I'm just gonna say Donny van de Beek. I think just he might not start. He might come on, but I just think that guy's class. Like I just hope he gets his chance. Maybe when Pogba, because we know Pogba is probably going to go at the end of the season. Although he's
going
got
Real
quality,
Madrid.
yeah, he's going Madrid, and I feel like Van de Beek, if he does get, I feel like he does deserve his chance, and yeah, he's definitely got great technical abilities. So yeah, whoever wants to take it next.
Tell you what, when Ajax had that Champions League run where they got to the semi-finals, he was genuinely one. Like him, Ziyech, and Tadic were actually insane. Like, they were moving world class. Like I'm not even joking. I watched that the first leg against Tottenham, and when they played against Real Madrid, and literally Van de Beek was like controlling the whole midfield.
Yeah, I'm surprised people didn't raid Ajax sooner, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he messed up in going United because you've already got players that are like that.
Yeah.
Like you look at Pogba, you look at Bruno. You can't really play them two and Van de Beek in the team.
Because of Van der
He
Sar.
could be the Pogba replacement.
Yeah, it's Van der Sar, exactly. Yeah.
It's Van der
It's just
Sar.
True.
Woodward did it though. Ollie didn't want him. That's why he doesn't play him.
He only did it to please. They only signed him to please the fans.
Yeah, because they didn't get Sancho, and
Everyone
Ollie
knows
wanted
he wants,
Grealish,
like Sancho or Grealish.
and he didn't get that, and so Woodward just signed Van de Beek for him. That's why he doesn't trust him or really play him, because he just doesn't. Maybe it's just like a bit petty, like fuck you to the board, but
Stylistically, he's a bit different to everything else we got. Like he likes the people who are like Fred and McTominay. You know what you're going to get out of them every single game.
Yeah, they give generally like a consistent performance. But Van de Beek, one game is more of an attacking player who, sort of is in the final third. He's free roaming. He's getting the ball, sort of holding it up, and sort of giving it back to Shaw, Tellers on the wing, and then pulling backwards. Or sometimes, he's defending in some games where he's like, he's being quite physical on the touchline, winning the ball back. So
Dwight McNeil just sent Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh my goodness!
Did he? Wait, what's the score in the game?
0-0, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, yes. Hopefully it stays like that.
One point I will have to say is
Nick Pope quality.
Female Roy Hodgson definitely looks like a dinner lady.
Yeah, I didn't imagine her like that.
Boys, I got to show you this. I got to show you this picture. You wait. Let me just.
I mean, carrying on from what we were saying about players to watch, I'd probably you've got to look at the Man City team, and I'd say if they bring in that Liam Delap, he will.
Oh yeah.
I can see him becoming one of the best strikers in the league. He's got everything. He's only 17. I can see him become one of the best strikers in the league. So if Man City play him, then he's probably one to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's quality because I haven't seen much of him. Like I've seen him he's played in the League Cup a couple of times, but he looks like promising.
Yeah.
And what's it? City's youth, I always rate it. Like, I mean, I know they signed him from somewhere, but like Ferran Torres, quality.
Yeah.
Phil Foden, obviously, he's insane. Eric Garcia.
Their academy's produced the likes of Sancho as well, who's obviously done really good things at Dortmund. So.
Yeah, I mean, it will be interesting. But is that all that we've got to say, or is there?
I need to pick my player, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Sekaya wants to. And Michael, did you just pick your player, or have you?
Yeah, Liam Delap.
Liam Delap.
I'm just gonna say Smith Rowe. I think he'll split apart the Southampton defense.
Yeah, I agree. So are we done there then?
I'm just going to say my player.
Sorry?
I just to say my player, to be honest. Actually.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, go for it.
I've probably got to say, to be honest, Pogba, since he got that trim, shout out A-star barbers, he's actually been world class. I think he will. If anyone's going to win it, it'll be him.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good shout.
And can't forget Werner and Havertz. They're playing Luton, so it's gonna be a masterclass.
Oh, one final player to watch is away at Bournemouth. The only way is Essex star Mark Wright will be at the Vitality.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
what is he doing playing pro again?
But
he's a baller. Like I remember watching him in Soccer Aid. He's actually sick.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? I've never seen. I thought he was just doing it for like banter. Like.
Yeah, he used to play. He was a footballer.
Yeah, he was a footballer, but yeah, I didn't know he was actually that.
But yeah, that's. I can see this being a very decent FA Cup round. I can
Yeah, I
See,
can
the
see
big
goals.
few-
I can see a lot of goals.
Yeah.
There might be a few upsets. You never know. Doncaster could shock West Ham. You could have maybe Cheltenham doing something. It's unlikely. But Cheltenham could do something at City. I
Yeah.
doubt they will, but we'd love to see it.
If they get a goal against Man City, that would be a result for them.
Sneak a 1-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just going in for the crosses, just
I
trying to get
feel
that Ruben
like,
Diaz.
why
sort of
not?
goal.
You should put more faith in some of the
Yeah.
smaller sides. Why not? Put
Yeah.
some faith in them.
Cheltenham might promise like Carl Walker like a big like orgy, so like he might be like nice to them, might let them through on the right hand side, left hand side.
Yeah. Right, boys, is that it?
Yeah, that should be done.
All right.
I think
Thanks
we're
for
wrapping this
watching,
up.
everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers,
Thanks, Michael, Zach.
Shout
Sakaya
out
coming on as well.
Sakaya. Sub to Sakaya.
Sub to
Kyle.
Sakaya. I'll put his account in the description in the video.
Can you put my Insta in the description?
You put my Spotify down below as well.
Nah, shut up. Yeah, sure. Might as well. Just send me the link.
Alright, we'll do.
Alright, boys.
Alright, cheers, lads. Take care.
Alright, cheers, lads. I'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Bye.